The following is a live presentation of Retro Sports Network, home of the champions of the past, present, and or future. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. My name is Ron Juckett. Welcome to the program for this December. It only feels like this replay's gone on that long. October 14, 2024. We played the last Saturday of, well, no, it's not the last Saturday of the 88 season, but we're coming close. As Ringo Starr once famously said, 8 days a week. Or was that John Lennon? Or whatever. There's 8 days left in this season, and today we find ourselves at Yankee Stadium for a game between the Boston Red Sox and the New York Yankees. Richard Dotson, who has some major motion from Nissan, is on the hill for New York, while Mike Boddicker gets the call for the Red Sox. The Red Sox have a game-and-a-half lead over Toronto as we start play today, which is the same lead that Kansas City has over Minnesota in the American League West. The next Royal win and A's loss knocks out the Oakland A's. The Tigers are in a little bit better shape. They are 4.5 back of Boston as we start play today. Again, 8 days left to go in the season, and the Tigers have a Sunday doubleheader coming up in Baltimore. So the Tigers aren't done, but pretty much it's the Red Sox, Blue Jays, and Royals, Twins who are going to be battling for the 2 American League spots. The Reds have a magic number of 4. The Mets, they clinch back in April. However, it is the Red Sox and the Yankees on a beautiful night, although I can tell you firsthand that this game was played during the day at 12 o'clock on NBC on a Saturday so they could get to the Olympics as soon as they were done at Yankee Stadium. Instead, it's a night game. Beautiful night. Mike Boddicker, Richard Dotson. It's live. It's yours. It's right now. As Retro Sports Network presents Major League Replay 1988. Today, from Yankee Stadium in the Bronx, it is the New York Yankees and the Boston Red Sox. And today's game is brought to you by DigitalDice.com, the best darn podcast on the web for your sports simulation and replay needs. Find us today on Spotify, Spreaker, iTunes, or wherever else fine podcasts are listed. And don't forget to check details for the first DigitalDice.com. Not com, but con, this coming May in Connecticut. Well, Ricky and Lucy are going to be, right? How you doing? Let's go Sox. How you doing, John? Ben, how are you? Got the week off for work. Andrew, how are you? It is 43 and rain here in Burlington as we get ready for this. It was a hot dunks morning. Richard Dotson is not kissing any sisters, babies, or whatever, and this isn't the Family Feud, although it is the Yankees and the Red Sox. Dotson making his 28th of 29 starts. He has not had a good year. 5-13, a 5.66 ERA. He is 29 years old, a fastball pitcher, 84, and a flyball pitcher. And you know what this means, that Dotson's going to throw a no-hitter. He last pitched on the 19th, he beat the Orioles 11-4, so 5 days ago, as we play the games of September 24th. 7 innings against the Orioles, 104 pitches, 7 hits, 4 runs, all earned, a homer. In fact, he's given up a home run in his last 5 starts. He walked 1 and struck out 3. Dotson, 178 innings, 203 hits, 120 runs, 112 of those are earned, 23 homers, he's walked 81 and struck out 75. And here's how the Red Sox will line up. Not calling for rain in Pennsylvania until Halloween. Of course. Get to go to the Red Sox. Ben's calling for the Red Sox. 46 and 45 south of where I am. And your yard looks like it's the middle of July, John says. That's not the case here. It's starting to look a lot like Halloween. Wade Boggs is a DH for the Red Sox. He'll lead it off. Marty Barrett will bat second and play second. Dwight Evans in right will go third. Mike Greenwell cleans up in left. Todd Benzinger is at first, batting fifth. Ellis Burks in center goes sixth. Jody Reed at short, batting seventh. Rich Gedman behind the plate, batting eighth. And Eddie Romero at third goes ninth. Dotson can throw about 110 pitches. And that should get you about 7 on a good day. Defensively for the Yankees, I think they're certainly out of it now at 77 and 75, but this is pretty much an everyday lineup for them. So I think they were everything was within 5 games. So they still thought they had a chance. Jim Carey, as Ricky Henderson is a 6 and a 4 in left. Claudell Washington a 5 and a 4 in center. Dave Winfield a 7 and 7 in right. Pagliarulo a 5 at third. Rafael Santana a 6 at short. Willie Randolph a 7 at second. Don Mattingly is a 10 at first. Don Slaught a 4 and a 3 behind the plate. And Dotson is a 7 on the mound with a 1,000 fielding percentage. I'm playing the Red Sox. Wade Boggs steps in with a 12-game hitting streak at 350, 3 homers, and 78 RBI. And this one starts with a ground ball base hit left side. So Boggs now has a 13-game hitting streak, and he got that over in a really big hurry. Here's Marty Barrett. Marty at 299. A triple and 54 RBI. JT Dutch, how are you? I'm doing well. Hopefully you are too. And DJ John, it's a California contingent this morning from the West Coast. Hope you're all having a wonderful Columbus Indigenous Peoples Day. It's also Canadian Thanksgiving, eh? So if you're living up in Canada, hopefully you enjoy your CFL doubleheader and some turkey. We gave you Marty's numbers, Dotson deals. And that's a balk because it's 1988, and why not? So Wade moves to second, and Dotson hadn't even thrown a pitch to Marty Barrett yet. So Dotson deals. Marty, a slow ground ball to Santana. Boggs goes to third. The throw to Mattingly is in the dirt, and Barrett's going to reach on the air. So Santana makes his 21st error of the year at third. Boggs is going to score as Keith Olbermann's mom gets hit by the throw. We've told Keith Olbermann's mom to stop following us, but she does anyway. So Santana throws it away. Barrett moves up to second, and Boggs is in with a run. So 1-0 Boston before anyone can get started. Here's Dwight Evans at 291. 25 homers and 99 RBI. That's a great start, and they weren't even doing anything. Poor Mrs. Olbermann, always getting hit by the blessed ball. Pitch to Dewey, draws the walk, and Dotson's off like a herd of thunder and turtles here. Here's Mike Greenwell, the Gator at 323, 23 homers, and 126 RBI. Fly ball, right center field. Back goes Winfield, and the Red Sox are off to a red-hot start. A 3-run homer for Greenwell, which scores Evans and Barrett, and it's 4-0 Boston, and there is still nobody out here in the first. The Red Sox play the Jays in their last midweek series, and guess what you're going to see a lot of in the coming days. And so it's important for Boston to do what they can against the Yankees to try to give themselves some space and breathing room over those last games against Toronto. And a 4-run outbreak here is a good way to start. Benzinger is at 268, 10 homers, and 55 RBI. Holy wow is right. Over in the Yankee booth, Phil Rizzuto's already talking about cannolis. Pitch to Benzinger. Ground ball to Santana, whose error kept this mess going. The throw to Mattingly, and there is finally one out. So Dotson shakes his head. Here's Ellis Burks at 284, 18 homers and 104 RBI. How you doing, Tribe fan? Happy Thanksgiving to our neighbors to the north. That is the correct spelling for our neighbors in the north. Pitch to Burks, ball 4. So Dotson struggling here to get out of first gear. Ellis has 26 steals. Here's Jody Reed at 307, a triple and 31 RBI. So Mike Boddicker has been given a rather substantial cushion before he can sit down in the Boston pen. Pitch, throw to first, and Ellis isn't going anywhere. Now he'll work on Jody. Base hit, left center field. Anderson is there. He'll pick it up on a hop. Burks bluffs, but will hold. Rafael Santana having a bad day. Yeah, Bruno Mars that sings that song. Having a bad day. So first and second, one out for Rich Gedman, hitting .247, 9 homers, and 37 RBI. The Red Sox trying to put this away right now. They're doing their best impression of the Detroit Lions at this point. Pitch to Gedman. There's a fly ball to right. That'll stay in the yard. Winfield tracks it down, makes the catch on the track. Burks will tag and bluff. So he'll stay on second, 2 out for Eddie Romero, hitting .255, no homers, and 10 RBI. The kid in me, the 16-year-old who would just be loving this, would just be, it's over. The adult in me knows, just knows. Pitch to Romero, struck him out, and that's the inning. So a 1-2 changeup got him, and that'll take care of business. However, the Red Sox open up with 4 runs, 3 hits, and an error. And after half an inning, it's Boston 4, New York coming up. I'm not dissing on your lovable losing Lions. What they did to the Cowboys in Dallas on Jerry Jones's birthday, right up there with the Bears putting 44 up on them in 84 or 85. It doesn't get any better for the Yankees. No, it doesn't. In 89, they enter the Alvaro Espinosa era. Yeah, the worst era in their history. That's right up there. So Mike Boddicker making his 12th start since coming over from Baltimore. He's 5-1, a 3.48 ERA. He's 31 years old, fastball at 88, and is a ground ball plus pitcher. His last start came against the Blue Jays on September 19th, and he didn't pitch all that well, but didn't get a decision in a 14-5 pasting. He went 6, 110 pitches, 6 hits, 4 runs, all earned. He didn't allow a homer. He walked 3 and struck out 4. So since coming over from Baltimore, he's thrown 67 1/3, 85 hits, 32 runs, 26 earned, 3 homers. He's walked 23 and struck out 47. Yeah, pre-Steinbrenner, they weren't that good for sure. Wow, a scoregami in that Lion-Cowboy game yesterday. The first time ever of a 47-9 final. Ricky Henderson will lead off for the Yankees in left field. Claudell Washington in center will bat second. Don Mattingly at first will go third. Dave Winfield cleans up in right. Jack Clark is the DH. He'll bat fifth. Mike Pagliarulo at third will go sixth. Willie Randolph at second, batting seventh. Don Slott behind the plate will bat eighth. And Rafael Santana at short goes ninth. The youngest player is Mattingly in his lineup at 27. You got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 players, or 7 players for the Yankees who are 30 and older. And Boddicker can go 105 pitches. So Mike Greenwell is a 5 and a 3 in left. Ellis Burks a 7 and a 5 in center. Dwight Evans a 6 and an 8 in right. Eddie Romero a 3 at third. Jody Reed a 3 at short. Not good in strat, not good in action PC. Marty Barrett a 5 at second. Todd Benzinger a 2 at first. Gedman an 8 and a 7 behind the plate, and Boddicker is a 6 on the mound with a 1,000 fielding percentage. Ricky at 287, only 2 home runs and 30 RBI, but he does have 95 steals. Pitch to Ricky, ball 4. So great start from Boddicker. Here's Claudell Washington in a 9-game hitting streak. He's hitting .311, 11 homers, and 65 RBI. Throw to first, and Ricky is back. Stays put, struck him out. Washington chases an 0-2 fastball, 1 out. For Don Mattingly at .312, 13 homers, and 103 RBI. Alvaro Espinoza, the subject of our chat apparently today. Pitch to Mattingly. There's a pop-up left side. Jody Reed looks into the twilight, makes the catch, and there's 2 out. For Dave Winfield, hitting .303, 24 homers, and 103 RBI. Say what you will about the Lions. They changed coaches for last year. They make their first NFC Championship game in goodness knows how long. And they are showing that that was not a fluke. Again, the throw to first, and Henderson's back. Winfield has a 7-game hitting streak. Got him! So Boddicker fans, too. 2-2 rainbow trout curve. Got him looking. No runs, no hits, no errors. And after 1, Ricky Henderson walked and did not move. And after 1-4, nothing Boston. Yeah, you don't walk Ricky. You don't pull crap on the old Ranger, and you don't mess around with Slim. Wade Boggs singled and scored his first time up. Opening 9 for Dotson, a forgettable 42 pitches, 1 inning, 3 hits, the home run to Greenwell. He walked 2 and struck out 1, and if my math is right, that is 2 of the 4 runs are earned. Pitch to Boggs. There's a fly ball to right. Back goes Winfield. Well hit, and that is off the wall. So Boggs, all he has to do is hit, and he's in there with a double. His 45th of the year. So he's got a single and a double in his first 2 at-bats. Here's Marty Barrett. Marty reached on that error by Santana and scored. So Dotson's bad day didn't get any better. Ground ball to first. Mattingly flips it to Dotson for the out, and Boggs goes to third, 1 away. So Wednesday, we'll pick up Toronto and Cleveland, a Sunday game from the mistake by the lake. Dwight Evans walked and scored his first time up. And then Thursday, it'll be a doubleheader. Red Sox Jays will be the second game. The first game, Seattle KC. Evans pops it up. Santana waits, makes the catch for the out. 2 away for Greenwell, who hit his 24th of the year and is now driven in 129. How you doing, Scotty? The Lions hadn't won in the postseason, I don't think, since 1991. So good for them. Pitch to Greenwell. There's a slow chopper over the mound. Santana in, has to hurry. Throws to first, and Greenwell is out on a bang-banger. So the Red Sox stray in a runner and do not score. No runs, a hit, no errors. And after an inning and a half, Boston 4, New York nothing. So Scotty checking in. Jack Clark at the plate. Jack at 241. 24 homers and 74 RBI. Boddicker, despite not giving up a runner or a hit, threw 23 pitches in his half of the first. Line drive, first base side, and foul. And somebody from Jersey City made that play, and the count goes full. Got him. That's 3 for Boddicker. He got him to chase a curveball. So 1 out for Pagliarulo. Mike at 235, 16 homers and 67 RBI. Boddicker winds and deals. That's into shallow left center. A little deeper than I thought. Burks is there, makes the catch, and there's 2 out. For Willie Randolph at 255, a home run and 45 RBI. To Reed, over to Benzinger, and it's a 1-2-3 second inning. So Boddicker doing his job. No runs, no hits, no errors. We go to the third here in New York. Red Sox 4, Yankees nothing. That's right. And the best part of Dallas was their worst performance ever for Jerry Jones, who bought the team in 1989. And it's what, his 82nd birthday? And as Tribe fan, twist that knife a little bit more. Happy birthday, Jerry. And to quote another obnoxious Jerry, Oi, Flavin! There. Todd B is 0 for 1. Couldn't happen to a better guy. Not a lot of love in this chat for Jerry Jones. Pitch to Benzinger. Struck him out. That's 2 for Dotson. 1-2 fastball right down Broadway. So 1 out for Burks, who walked his first time up. The chat pretty much is unanimous in their love of Jerry Jones. And if you're a Cowboy fan watching, just it's okay. Aw, Scotty's watching a 3-month-old kitty at the goat ranch. She has discovered your mouse. Hopefully your hands are kind of covered or they're going to get scratched. Pitch to Burks. Popped up left side at Santana. Raphael waits and will make the catch. 2 out for Jody Reed, who singled his first time up. When my kitty was little, she would lay on my leg, and then when she woke up, she would scratch my ankles, which is not a very pleasant sensation, as most of you know. And so they would come to wash me up in the morning and wonder why I had these little scratches on my ankles. Andrew is driving. Pitch to Reed. And Jody draws the walk. Rich Gedman is 0 for 1. 4-0 Red Sox. 2 out here in the top of the third. Pitch to Gedman. There's a fly ball left center. It's a big ballpark out there. Washington will haul it down. And that'll do it. No runs, no hits, and no errors. 2.5 in the books. Red Sox 4, Yankees nothing. So Slot, Santana, and Henderson to face Boddicker here in the third. Dawn at 303. 5 homers and 39 RBI. Pitch to Slot. Struck him out. That's 4 for Boddicker. Brings up Santana at 232. 4 homers and 40 RBI. You look at Boddicker's real numbers. 7-3, a 2.63 ERA, and a WHIP of about 1.25. And you figure, okay, a Game 3 starter against either is probably going to be Kansas City. You look at the replay numbers. You look at the 5-1 and 3.36 and go, that's pretty good. But his WHIP is close to 1.6. And since coming over from Baltimore, the American League's hitting 296 off him. Pitch to Santana. Fly ball left field. Greenwell is there and will make the catch, and there's 2 out for Ricky Henderson, who walked his first time up. Opening 9 for Boddicker. 44 pitches, 2 2/3, a walk, which was Ricky's, and 4 strikeouts. There was a better game later. You referring to the Jucket Bowl where my Bengals beat my Giants? And I believe that Ron Say was underrated too. Pitch to Henderson. Ball 4. So Ricky draws the second walk of the game. Not what you want. But Washington struck out his first time up. Ricky stays put, ground ball to third. Romero goes to Barrett for the out there, and that'll take care of business. So the Yankees, no runs, no hits. They'll leave a runner, and after 3, Mr. Rizzuto's on a second calzone, or is on a calzone, and it's 4-0 Boston. So Romero, Boggs, and Barrett to face Dotson here in the 4th. Eddie struck out his first time up. There's a base hit left field. So Henderson will pick it up. Wade Boggs is 2 for 2. He has singled and doubled and scored. Dotson, 18 batters, 3+ innings, 75 pitches, 5 hits. The home run to Greenwell. He has walked 3 and struck out 2. Fly ball, right center field. Back goes Winfield, and Dave will play that one off the wall. Romero is going to round third and try and score. Boggs will hold with a second double. Randolph throws to the plate, and Romero is out. So 9-4-2 on the play at the plate, but Boggs has a second double. And here's Marty Barrett with 1 out. Marty is 0 for 2 with a run scored. I'm not sure that they would give Boggs a credit for a triple there if I'd done that. I think he'd have gone to third on the throw to the plate. So it would have been a double and then an advance. Scotty watched Ron Say play single A ball when he was a kid, where Duke Snyder is the manager. That and Bellingham. Pitch to Barrett. Boggs on second. Ground ball to Santana. Boggs should hold. A throw to first is in time. Barrett retired and Boggs stays put. So here's Dwight Evans with 99 RBI. He has walked, scored, and is 0 for 1. Dotson deals. Boggs goes, and Evans strikes out. So the Red Sox do not score. No runs, 2 hits. They've left on 5, and after 3.5 here at the stadium in the Bronx, it's 4-0 Boston. So here are the standings. Red Sox magic number is 8. Toronto a 1.5 back. You'll see Toronto and Cleveland on Wednesday. Tigers still within a shout, but there's 8 days left of this season, and they're 4.5 back. They're going to need somehow Boston and Toronto to cancel each other out. The Tri-City Adams in Kennewick, Washington. Oh, wow. Okay. In the West, the Royals lead the Twins by a 1.5. So the next Kansas City win or Oakland loss eliminates the A's. And Cincinnati can clinch as early as tomorrow. Mattingly is 0 for 1. Into left center. Burks makes the catch. I would imagine that would be near the big old nuclear plant where they worked on atomic energy. And I can't think of the name of it right now. Was saved from Tacoma? Dave Winfield struck out his first time up. Jody Reed waits for it. Going to be a snap throw to first. Winfield's a running, and he is safe on the bang banger. So that's an infield hit. So the first hit for the Yankees comes with 1 out in the 4th. Jack Clark struck out his first time up. Hanford. Yeah, I knew it was some sort of federal research facility. And when you had the name Adams, yeah. The power of deduction. I channel my inner Columbo. Pitch to Clark. Struck him out. 5 for Boddicker. 2 out here in the 4th. He looked at a cutter on a full count pitch and took it. It stood there like a steak shack on the side of the road. Mike Pagliarulo was 0 for 1. Say he played for the Adams a couple years while Duke Snider was there. It must have been in the late 60s because Snider was long associated in the 70s and 80s with the Expos as their announcer. Him and Dave Van Horn. Pitch to Pagliarulo. Ground ball to Barrett. Marty has it. Goes to Benzinger. And Pags is retired. And they'll take care of business here in the fourth. No runs, a hit. The Yankees have left on 3, and after 4, it's Boston 4, New York nothing. Mike in the truck, how are you? Snider managed the Adams in 1966. That was not last week. So Greenwell, Benzinger, and Burks to face Dotson here in the 5th. Greenwell's 3-run shot in the first was his 24th, and he's driven in 129. Coming up after the game, the inaugural episode of The Simpsons. Dave remembers when they were on the Tracy Ullman show. Pitch to Greenwell. Fly ball, center field. Washington will make the catch, 1 out. I saw last night, and I'm not sure where because I do 18,000 groups on Facebook. Todd B is 0 for 2 with a K. The obituary for Matt Groening's mom, who was named Margaret Wiggum. She had a sister, Patty. See where that's going? It was a wild read. Pitch to Benzinger. Fly ball left center. Washington is there. He'll make the catch, and there's 2 out for Ellis Burks. Can the Simpsons predict a Cleveland World Series championship so it can actually come true? Pitch to Burks. There's a fly ball to left. Henderson in the corner, and Ricky will track it down. It is a chilly making 43-degree rainy day here in Burlington, Vermont. Halfway home on a Monday. Boston 4, New York nothing. I forgot to look when I hit that button, so we'll pretend that commercial's over. 4-0 Red Sox as we play the bottom of the 5th. 4 runs, 6 hits, no errors. For the Red Sox, the Yankees have a hit and an error. Red Sox put up 4 in the first. Wade Boggs, that was a 13-game hitting streak. Marty Barrett hit a grounder on an error by Santana to make it 1-0. Then Mike Greenwell crushed a 3-run homer to make it 4-0. Boddicker, a 1-hitter through 4. He has walked 2 and struck out 5. Dotson, 5 innings, 6 hits, 4 runs, 2 earned, a homer. He walked and struck out 3. So Snider was only in Tri-Cities for a year. Dave keeps adding talent for Digital DiceCon. Willie Randolph is 0 for 1. Struck him out. That's 6 for Boddicker. An 0-2 fastball swung on and missed. There's Don Slott. He struck out his first time up. I saw a picture today, a map, and it showed the rooting interest. Of course, it wasn't a real rooting interest for the Mets-Dodgers series. And with the exception of Philadelphia, Atlanta, and Southern California, the rest of the country is rooting for the Mets. And so, once again, to go full circle some 40 years from when the Mets dominated the mid-'80s, that, outside of New York City, the Mets are more popular than the Yankees. Pitch to Slot. There's a ground ball to Reed. Jody has it, throws to Benzinger, and Slot is retired. John hoping to come east. Here's Santana, who's 0 for 1. 2 out, pitch to Raphael, ground ball right side, base hit. So only the second hit off of Boddicker. Evans throws it back in. Ricky Henderson has walked twice. 18 batters deep for Boddicker, 4 2/3, 77 pitches. 2 hits, 2 walks, and 6 strikeouts. So far, a pretty good outing for Mr. Boddicker. Pitch to Ricky. Struck him out. That's 7 for Boddicker, and we are through 5. No runs, a hit, and no errors. After 5, Red Sox are up 4-0. Yet the Dodgers spent $1 billion this offseason. It's funny because the Mets had spent all that money the year before. Jody Reed singled and walked in this one. He's 1 for 1. 6 hits for the Sox as we start the 6th. The Yankees have 2. Dotson starts the inning. Slow ground ball over the mound. Santana is in. He throws to first, and Jody's out. It was nice to see hockey last night on Mr. Gardner's channel. Rich Gedman is 0 for 2. Bruins and Atlanta Flames. And when I fell asleep, it was 2-0 Bruins. Gedman is 0 for 2. That's into left. Henderson makes a sliding catch for the out. So Ricky throws it back in. 2 out for Eddie Romero, who has singled and struck out. Red Sox got 4 in the first, and they've made it stick. To Randolph, over to first, and that will retire the side. So the Red Sox go down in order after 5.5. No runs, no hits, no errors. Red Sox 4, Yankees nothing. It looked like you were having a good time with that. Washington struck out. He's 0 for 2. Boddicker has fanned 7. Ground ball to Reed, and that's going to play Jody. So that's an error. That's Jody's 12th. His 9th at short. Reed got a piece of it and couldn't handle it. So 1 on and nobody out for Mattingly, who is 0 for 2. I don't think anyone calls them the Cleveland Naps anymore. Scotty is singing Taylor Swift in the chat. Line drive to Reed, and he makes the catch. Washington goes back. Claudel has 16 steals. Here's Winfield. Dave has singled and struck out. Boddicker deals. That might be 2. Romero has to wait for it. Barrett for 1, and Benzinger for 2. So they go around the horn and take care of business. The Yankees go down. They get a hit and don't leave anybody on. After 6, 4-0 Boston. So Richard Dotson, 27 batters, pretty much at the end of his day. 115 pitches, 6 innings, 6 hits. The home run to Greenwell. He's walked 3 and struck out 3. Oh, the Bluebirds. Yeah, I'm not a real big fan of the Guardians logo. They should call them the Cods. Tim is going to know what I'm talking about with that, but that would be cool. The Cleveland Cods. Wade Boggs has doubled twice and is 3 for 3. There's a base hit. Well, it won't hit the cycle, but he has singled and doubled twice. So Boggs now has 205 hits on the year. Computer is controlling the Yankees. Don't blame me for Dotson. The Burning Rivers are the polluters. Marty Barrett is 0 for 3 with a run scored. The Cleveland Municipals. Does that mean they move back to the old stadium if they are the Municipals? They're looking to build a new place for the Brownies, right? Pitch, Slot and Dotson have a word. Pitch to Marty. Ground ball to first. Mattingly goes to Santana for one, and they're going to turn a 3-6-3 double play. How about that? So that'll do it for Dotson. Dale Mahorchik comes in to pitch with 2 out in the 7th. Dale over from the Rangers. Came over September 3rd. So he was going to help the Yankees down the stretch, but not eligible for the playoffs. Ground ball pitcher, fastball at 90, making his 10th appearance. He's pitched well for New York. 2-0, a 2.16 ERA. He last pitched against the Orioles on the 21st, so 3 days ago. Went 3 innings in a 12-7 loss, 36 pitches, a walk, and 2 strikeouts. Mahorchik, 16 2/3, 14 hits. 4 runs all earned, 4 walks, and 11 strikeouts. They have to rebuild it first. Stanley, I really like this game. We've done a replay using it the last 6 years. So 2 out, Dwight Evans, 0 for 2, a walk, a strikeout, and a run scored. Pitch to Dewey. Drops one down, and that's an infield hit. That was an excuse me swing, and Slotnev just picked it up and went, it's yours. So Evans is on with a 2-out single for Mike Greenwell, who was 1 for 3. He homered in the first. I'm not sure... where are they thinking for the new stadium for the Browns? Pitch to Greenwell. There's a slow chopper down to Pagliarulo. He'll go to Randolph. And we have reached stretch time for 4-0 Red Sox. Jack Clark has struck out twice. He's 0 for 2. A suburb named Brook Park, which would be closer to their headquarters in Barrera. Are they thinking about one of those closed roof jobbies? DJ John busted out his Boston Bruins shirt. We'll let you stay in the chat anyway. And Scotty hoping for someone... the record that the 66 Orioles set in the World Series for longest scoreless inning streak in a postseason go by the boards. He hopes today. Pitch to Clark. Fly ball left field. Greenwell. 1 out. Boddicker isn't going to be able to finish this, oh, by the way, but we'll give him a base runner once he hits that magic number of 105. Pagliarulo was 0 for 2. JT Dutch remembers the first LA Kings owner, Jack Kent Cooke, pointing the number of transplanted Canadians in Los Angeles, saying, now I know why they moved out here. They hate hockey. Pags is 0 for 2. Clevelanders are more open to a dome, especially if it brings in more revenue. The Bears pitch to Pagliarulo. Base hit left center field. Burks throws it back in, and Pags has a single here. Willie Randolph is 0 for 2 with a K. 1 out here in the 7th. The Bears had bought the racetrack at Arlington Park to try to develop that to a new stadium because the renovations of Soldier Field wouldn't about as well as letting a 10-year-old design your house. And couldn't agree on a land valuation and all that, and so they've decided to build just south of Soldier Field on the lake a dome. Pitch to Randolph. This might be two. Reed's got it. Barrett for one. Marty throws to first, and it is indeed a 6-4-3 double play. So we've played 7. Red Sox continue to shut out the Yankees. No runs, a hit, and no errors. Boston 4, New York nothing. So it'll be Benzinger, Burks, and Reed to face Mahorchik here in the 8th. Todd is 0 for 3 with a K. I'm just, maybe because I'm old. But, you know, I'm a firm believer that football should be played outside on grass in all weather. Pitch to Benzinger. Struck him out. First K for Dale. A 1-2 fastball swung on and missed. But then again, I'm not shelling out all that money for the tickets to sit there and freeze my tuchus off during the endless TV commercials. Ellis Burks is 0 for 2 with a walk. That's right. SoFi was built on Hollywood Park. And I suppose the other thing is, if you get a dome in Chicago and in Cleveland, it opens you up for a potential Final Four. Andrew went to Hollywood Park in 1990, which was not in Hollywood. It's in Inglewood. Pitch to Burks. Struck him out. Mahorchik is fan too. He got him chasing 2-2 curve. Here's Jody Reed. Jody 1 for 2. He is singled and walked. Ground ball to Santana. Over to Mattingly for the out. And the Red Sox go in order in the 8th. So Boddicker will start the inning. Lee Smith is fully rested. It was Bruce Hurst and Bob Stanley on a Friday night in New York to get the win. And so we'll see how long Boddicker can go. No runs, no hits, no errors. Bottom of the 8th, 4-0 Red Sox. So Slot, Santana, and Henderson to face Boddicker. Slot is 0 for 2 with a K. Ground ball to third. Romero has it. Throws to Benzinger. 1 out. So here's Santana. Boddicker starting the tire. Raphael 1 for 2. He is singled. Yankees have had 3 hits. Rams having a dome is ridiculous. Why block out all the good days? Well, I'm imagining that Mr. Cranky gets all that revenue from being able to host Final Fours and all that. You can talk about retractable domes, but they've really stopped building them. Pitched, Ken Phelps is going to pinch it. Ken, as a pinch hitter, has 2 solo homers. Hitting .300 over from Seattle. Overall, 205, 6 homers, and 17 RBI. Ground ball to Barrett. Marty has it by the bag at second. Over to Benzinger, and there's 2 out. For Ricky Henderson. Ricky has walked twice and struck out. He's 0 for 1. Boddicker, 27 batters, 112 pitches, 7 2/3 of shutout baseball, 3 hits. He's walked 2 and struck out 7. We're with you for Toronto and Cleveland Wednesday, and then 11:30 on Thursday Eastern Time for a doubleheader. We'll start with Seattle and Kansas City and finish up with the Red Sox and the Jays from Boston. Your mission for Mr. Phelps. Never mind. The Yankee season is about to self-destruct in 12 seconds. Pitch to Ricky. There's a ground ball to third. Romero has it. Has to make a long throw to Benzinger. And Boddicker has 8 shutout innings. How about that? No runs, no hits, no errors. Mahorchik will finish this for the Yankees. They hope after 8. Red Sox 4. Yankees nothing. George, or is that Frank Costanza? Why the hell would you trade Jade Buhner for Ken Phelps? Because Steinbrenner wanted speed. It'll be Gedman, Romero, and Boggs. Rich is 0 for 3. Top of the 9th, 4-0 Red Sox. Struck him out. Well, Mahorchik, too little, too late. And Dotson all things considered, outside of that first inning, pitched well. Romero has singled and struck out. He's 1 for 3. Up the middle, Randolph on the grass, has to hurry. Romero does not have blazing speed like his brother Alpha, and there's 2 out. For Wade Boggs, who is a 4-hit day, he has singled twice, he has doubled twice. So 2 out, Washington, Mattingly, and Winfield for the Yankees in the 9th. Boggs is a 5-hit day. How about that? A full house for Wade, 3 singles and 2 doubles. And he now has 206 hits on the replay. And 5 of the 9 Red Sox hits. Here's Marty Barrett. Marty is 0 for 4. He has grounded into a double play and scored. Yeah, he's no Cesar Romero, that's for sure. Pitch to Barrett. Struck him out. Mahorchik fans 4, and that'll take care of business. Bodeker's day is done. The Red Sox, no runs, a hit. They have left on 7 overall. And we go to the bottom of the 9th. The Yankees 4 to tie, 5 to win. And we're going to bring in Dennis Lamp. Don't need to bring in Smith yet. And Tom Bolton is doing his best Michael impression in the shower. How am I supposed to live without you? No steamer. He pitched yesterday. So Dennis Lamp is 3-5 with a 4.67 ERA. Just got that pun. Well done, Mr. Howard. Well done. Making his 44th appearance as Mr. Lamp. Mr. Howard's made it slightly more than 44. Dennis is 36, fastball at 83, and a ground ball pitcher. Last pitched against the Jays on the 21st. Got the win. Inning in the 3rd, 15 hits and a 3-2 win. A hit and struck out 2. I believe that was an extra innings. 69 in the 3rd for Lamp. 81 hits. Ugh, I just saw the specs here. 37 runs, 36 earned. Lee Smith is already warming. 5 homers for Lamp. Allowed. He's walked 19 and struck out 43. So Washington trying to get a 10-game hitting streak. Mattingly and Winfield and Clark should anybody reach. That's right, the long game. Well, we did 2 of them. 2.5 hour stream. Pitch to Washington. There's a ground ball right side, base hit. Marty Barrett should have made that play. Only the 4th hit for the Yankees. Here's Mattingly. Oh, dear. Don is 0 for 3. Lamp, that leash is short. Pitch to Mattingly is a balk. So no double play. Claudel moves to second on a no pitch. The crowd in the chat wants Bob Stanley. Lamp delivers. Fly ball to left. Greenwell will track this one down. 1 out. Washington tags and holds. So 1 out for Winfield, who's 1 for 3 with a K. 1 out, 4-0 Red Sox, bottom of the 9th. Yankees trail by 4. Winfield right back to Lamp, over to Benzinger, and there's 2 out. So last chance saloon is Jack Clark, who is 0 for 3. He has struck out twice. And so Lamp just kind of turns towards the chat, puts his fingers in his ears, and sticks out his tongue. Deep breath from Lamp. Winds and deals. Popped up. Gedman to the screen, and I think we're going to continue to play on. That one hit the screen, and it's a full count. So a 3-2 count to Jack Clark. And if he should reach, it's Pagliarulo. Pitch to Clark. Hit him! Which is exactly what you want to do. with 2 out in a 4-0 ball game. So Lamp will face Pagliarulo, who was 1 for 3. A home run doesn't beat you. Mike has a single. Lamp deals. Ball 4, and that'll do it for Lamp. So we get a save situation. It'll be Bob Stanley. How about that? You wanted the steamer. And if they lose this game, I'm blaming you. Stanley making his 60th appearance. He is 5-2, a 3.29, 14 innings. Andrew, don't be mean. Stanley is 34. He's a fastball pitcher at 84. And a ground ball pitcher. He got the save last night. He went 7 outs. 23 pitches and a 7-2 win. Get out the rye bread. You guys are mean. 2 hits and didn't strike out, didn't do anything else. 98 1/3 for Bob. 101 hits, 40 runs, 36 earned, 5 homers. He hasn't given up a homer since August 14th. Oh, by the way. 38 walks and 54 strikeouts. Randolph is 0 for 3. He has grounded into a double play and struck out. Washington on third. Clark on second. Pagliarulo on first. Last chance saloon. And you got a .2 chance of this game being tied right now. Stanley, deep breath, deals. Struck him out, and the Red Sox win it. So Stanley helps you do things right. He picks up his 4th save. And saves Lee Smith for when they really need it later. 3 hours and 20 fake minutes. The Red Sox, 4 runs, 9 hits, an error, and they go to 91 and 63. They leave 7 on. The Yankees fall to... The Yankees fall to 77 and 76. There somehow is a Bob Stanley fan club in my chat. No runs, 4 hits, an error, and they left on 7. Yeah, Bob, forget Gretzky. You're the great one, my friend. JT Dutch is on the West Coast, where it is 3 minutes to 10 Pacific time. And the Penguin must be visiting Scotty and enjoying some edible something or another's. That or... there was a good deal on MD 2020 at Safeway this morning. One of the two. And you can buy it out there before 11 o'clock. So the Red Sox go to 91 and 63. The Yankees fall to 77 and 66. Mike Boddicker threw a gem. 8 innings in 3 hits, no runs. He walked 2 and struck out 7. Lamp, he dropped one on his foot, 2/3 of an inning, a hit and a walk, and then Stanley faced one batter, struck him out, and picked up his 4th save. And JT Dutch is so happy he just can't hide it. Who do you go? Oh, Richard Dotson. Again, the one bad inning. He falls to 5 and 14, 6 2/3, 7 hits, 4 runs, 2 earned, a 3-run shot to Greenwell. He walked 3 and struck out 3. Had plus stuff. And Mahorchik struck out 4 through 2 1/3. He pitched really well. So who do you give it to here? Boddicker, who went 8 scoreless innings, a 3-hit ball. Boggs, who went 5 for 5 with a full house, 3 singles and 2 doubles. Or Greenwell, who hit the 3-run homer in the first. It's Green. I think you got to give it to Greenwell. The game gave it to Boddicker. But either way, you can't argue with it. So the rest of this Saturday in baseball for you, the Red Sox magic number is 7. The chat wants me to give it to Bob Stanley. I'd like to give it to Bob Stanley, but it wouldn't be an MVP. The rest of this Saturday in baseball, The A's have been eliminated because Milwaukee and Wegman beat them 4-2. Wegman goes to 13-11. Dave Stewart, and I think that's a lot of the reasons why Oakland struggled, 16-15. Rob Deere, 3 for 4, 2 RBI, and 2 doubles. The Cardinals beat the Mets 4-1 in St. Louis. McWilliams 6-5. West falls to 0-1. Pagnozzi 3 for 4 with a double. The Dodgers will not be eliminated this weekend, but Cincinnati's magic number is 3. Dodgers double up the Giants 8-4. John Tudor 3-2. Wilson 0-1. Steve Sachs hits a 7th, 2 for 5 with 2 RBI. Toronto keeps pace with Boston. They beat Cleveland 7-4 and 15. Doug Bear 1-0. Havens, not Richie, it's Todd, right? 6-3, and Tom Hankey picks up his 36th save. Expos beat the Phils 4-1. Pascual Perez 10-9. Madrid 0-1. Tim Burke picks up his 31st save. The Reds, as we said, their magic number drops to 3. They beat Atlanta 5-3. Danny Jackson is a 20-game winner. And Rick Mailer falls to 9-18. Eric Davis hits his 32nd and steals a base. Pittsburgh 3-2 over Chicago. Bob Walk 10-14. Mike Bilecki falls to 0-5. Bobby Bonilla 1 for 2, which is 28th, and drives in 2. Texas beats Seattle 3-2. Mitch Williams, Wild Thing 3-9. Mark Langston takes the loss 14-12. McMurtry picks up his 2nd save. Kansas City pounds out 16 hits. The White Sox make 4 errors, and the Royals win 13-10. Bannister goes to 14-10. Peterson falls to 0-1. Carlton Fisk in the loss, 3 for 5, hits his 19th and drives in 3. Twins keep pace. They shut out California 2-0. Tolliver 10-7. Mike Witt 14-14. Jeff Reardon with the save. And last but not least, San Diego beats Houston 6-4. Ed Whitson 13-7. Heathcock falls to 3-3. And Santiago 2 for 4, his 12th, and drives in 2. So it's Toronto and Cleveland when we're with you on Wednesday. You're not missing a day. And so here we go. There are 5 teams left for 2 spots. The Red Sox magic number is 7. A game and a half over Toronto. Detroit is 5 back. And in the West, there will be no Oakland A's in the playoffs. It's either Kansas City or Minnesota. So, Toronto and Cleveland for you Wednesday. And then we'll see. Hey, thank you so much. Yeah, the Chiefs beat the Bears. Time to chop carrots. Okay, well, you're welcome. Yep, Gardner got the no-hitter with that. Gretzky can't deny Stanley's Cup. Oh. That's a good one. That's a good one. All right, so we'll see you Wednesday for Toronto and Cleveland, and then the doubleheader. The first game will be Seattle, KC, and the second game will be Boston, Toronto. Thank you so much, as always. We'll talk to you soon. Have a good one, everybody.